for miles and miles and miles and miles and miles.
What a fantastic view. I love it. I just love it. Welcome back, boys and girls. Welcome back to another episode of Fog's World. I'm sitting up here on the top of the world trying to just enjoy the view. It's great. So I added a ladder there so that I can get up to the top easily. Ooh, see? Haha. Get a nice 360-degree view. I love it. And I added one more addition to this. Oops. Oh, booyah! I love it. Slime blocks are so much fun. Oh, they're so fun. And I cleaned up around here, so this hole now, you know, if, say I accidentally fall in this hole when that thing is on its way down, I have a way back out. Haha, can't get stuck in there. And I prettied it up a lot, and I like it. I do. Now, one thing you got to worry about this, though, you don't want to send it up and fall off, because then there's going to be no easy way to get it back. So you'd have to build a tower all the way up just to get it back down, which would kind of suck. But, yeah. All right, so today I actually am kind of limited for time this weekend again. I know. I keep thinking that we're going to get back to something resembling a normal schedule, and it just keeps not quite happening. So I'm a little pressed for time this weekend, so I don't really know how long this episode might be. But I do have something in mind. I'm going to wait for the sun to set, though, before I do it, because I want to reset the day. I want to start out in the morning. What we got here is, you remember a while back... okay, you know what? Lag's kind of getting me. I'm going to set this back down to a reasonable view distance. Works great when I'm not recording, but when I'm recording, I get just a little too much lag. So that's better. That's a little better. Okay, so, yeah, the other episode, we went and took on the ocean monument over there. Well, since then, I have cleaned out that monument, and, you know, I've actually removed all the water from inside the monument and searched it thoroughly, and I have some bad news. There was no sponge room in that monument. So I only have 3 sponges. Actually, I think I only have 2, because I think one is still left back in that monument somewhere, and I don't know where it is. So right now I have 2 sponges in here. I know that there's probably a third out there, but I don't know exactly where it is. Yeah, I really want more than 2 sponges. Kind of sucks. So I thought today we'd do a little bit of exploring and try and find another monument. So let's see, where did I put... I know I have a backup. Well, I don't think I need a backup map. So anyway, we're here. The ocean monument is here. Yeah, hi guy. Now pay attention, you might learn something, okay? Are you listening? You listening? Okay, see this, look, see that right there? That little green dot, that's where we are. No, come back here. Oh, but you're interested. All right, fine. So the green dot is where we are. This is where the ocean monument is. Yes. Ice spikes biomes down here. I'm thinking we get a boat and we go down into this area, because there is very possibly another ocean monument down there. I could go and... yeah, I could use an external tool to figure out where the ocean monuments are, but I don't want to do that. I want to actually find it. They aren't that uncommon, so I figure this much ocean, there's bound to be another ocean monument over there. I want to find another ocean monument and get some more sponges. Now, and while we're at it, I'll bring a map so that I can flush out the rest of that. See, I think I have a copy of the maps. It's going to be these, I think. Let me take a look. Yeah, maybe. Oh, that's past the ice spikes biome is what that is. I seem to be missing. Yeah, there we go. That's the one I want, isn't it? I think. Let's go double check. Let's go double check. I think I'm missing some maps. So I'm gonna have to duplicate this map. Yeah, that's the wrong one. I want this one. I may have to make another dupe. Actually, I will have to make another duplicate because I don't want to lose these. Well, I guess I have the duplicates on the wall, so I don't need to. This one, maybe? Where the heck are you? I don't even... What? Where? I don't know where you are. Just running back and forth seems a little less than ideal. Oh, you're up there. Oh, I don't care about you. Okay, let's see if we can find the other one. I don't know. Not you, though. That's for sure. It must be you. Yeah, okay, it is you. It's this one and this one are the ones we... No. No. No, no, no. That one, maybe. That one. There's that. And that. I think that's right. I think these are the ones we want. Let me double check that. Yeah, that looks like... Yeah, that's the one. That's the one we want. Okay. All right, we're ready. And we'll just take these with us because I've got the others on the wall there. Oh wait. I forgot to sleep. I need to sleep. I want to sit out in the morning. I don't want to be doing this at night. And so we'll get a good sleepy. Yep. And away we go. And off we go. We are off like stinky cheese. And I'm going the right way. Okay. Whew, that took a while. Yeah, it did. Maybe go the other exit. They're just sitting there waiting to ambush me, those stinkers. What a bunch of jerks. Great. Great. All right. So let's go. We'll go head out to the other ocean monument, and then we're going to sail around. So we're going to head out to the ocean monument over there, and then we're going to sail south through that channel and fill out some more of this map and hopefully find another ocean monument on the way. And this should actually give us a chance to do a little bit of talking along the way. So, once again, welcome everybody to HFoG's World, particularly all you guys still making your way over from MUMBO. That's awesome. Oh my gosh, what an awesome weekend that was. A lot of you people have asked a lot of questions that I've already answered in my About section, and I'm happy to answer them again in the comments and stuff. But if you have questions, the first place to go is the About section on my channel, where I answer some of those anyway. Some of you have suggested maybe I do a Q&A for the 10,000 subscriber special. Well, yeah, I'd be happy to do that, but I need some questions if I'm going to provide some answers. And so far, I don't get that many questions that I just don't answer that I don't just answer in the comments. You know what I mean? So yeah, I built this bridge back. So there's the old ocean monument, the one we already have conquered. Actually, that's the pyramid next to it. That's the monument right there. And it doesn't have a sponge room. I thought that they all were supposed to have sponge rooms, but that one doesn't, I assure you. So I guess they don't all have sponge rooms. I guess not. They're going after the squid. So yeah, if you want to do a Q&A thing, I'm fine with that. But I need some questions before I can provide some answers, you know what I mean? So if that's what you want to do, you got to give me a bunch of questions. So please feel free to do so. Of course, we got to get to 10,000 first, and that's a ways off, right? But, you know, maybe we're putting the cart before the horse a little bit. Big news in Minecraft this week was the rumor that Microsoft might be in the middle of a deal to purchase Mojang. And I don't know if you guys want to hear my opinion on that or not, but I'm going to just operate under the assumption that you might want to know. And I'm going to give it to you anyway. So, first of all, let me preface this by saying that once upon a time, many years ago, actually not so many years ago, I worked for Microsoft. I actually spent nearly 20 years of my career. Yes, I am that old, people. I spent nearly 20 years. I spent the first 20 years of my career working as a developer, as a software developer for Microsoft. I worked for Windows, I worked for NT, I worked for Xbox for 5 years making Xbox games, which was pretty much as fun as it sounds. We can talk about that too if you ever want me to. But right now, I want you to know the background. I worked for Microsoft for 20 years, and Microsoft was pretty good to me during those 20 years. Not always good to me, but, you know, pretty good to me. It wasn't bad. You know, it's hard to complain. Microsoft in the 90s was a great place to be, let me tell you. So yeah, I know a little bit about Uncle Bill and his billion-dollar business. I do not work for Microsoft anymore, so disclaimer, I am not currently a Microsoft employee. I work for another high-tech company in the Seattle area, and no, I'm not going to go into details on what that might be. I suppose for those of you that really care to know, there are ways you could find out, but, you know, it's not important. But I did work for Microsoft for nearly 20 years as a software developer, and so I do know a little bit about how that company operates, how it behaves, and whatnot. So all that long-winded lead-up leads to the question of what do I think about the possibility, and by the way, this is only a rumor, nothing's been confirmed yet. What do I think about the possibility that Microsoft might be buying Mojang? Well, it doesn't thrill me. One of the things that makes Mojang and Minecraft so awesome to me is the fact that it is an independent, it's a success, it's an indie gaming success story. It's one of the things that makes it so great is that Notch, Marcus Persson, designed this game himself in his spare time. And found such wild success with such a quirky, goofy little game. I mean, Minecraft is awesome. I love it. It's my favorite game these days. But you got to admit, it lacks a certain amount of polish. It's quirky. It's goofy. It's not your standard recipe for success. And that's one of the things that makes it so great. And this is not a game that Microsoft could have ever come up with. Ever. And I would be a little uncomfortable with this game under Microsoft's stewardship. That's, you know, This is meant to be an indie game. It's not meant to be owned by some giant corporation. That's how I feel about that. Now, a couple of things though. I do want to say that I don't hate Microsoft. I worked for Microsoft for a long time. I'm not overly fond of what the company has become. I don't use Windows very often. I use it at work because I have to, but for my daily computing, I use Mac because I find I like the Mac interface better. And I also have done, in recent years, I've done a lot of iOS development, a lot of games. I have a couple of games for the iPhone out on the store. Go look for a game called Tichu, T-I-C-H-U. If you're looking for a really good iOS card game, hard to beat Tichu. Great game. I did not design the game itself. I did not invent the card game, but I did write the software for the iPhone. Anyway, so there you go. A little plug for that. Go download Tichu if you've got iOS, if you've got an iPhone or an iPad or an iPod. I haven't updated it in a while because my current job doesn't give me a lot of time for that, but it is a good game. And we kind of struck out on the ocean thing. Okay, I might have to go to that South Ocean down there. Okay, well, let's turn around. Let's go to that area down in there. Okay, I got myself lost in the weeds, lost in my thoughts. Yeah, so I don't hate Microsoft by any means. Don't get me wrong. Microsoft is a fine company, but it's not my favorite. Microsoft is a huge company. And like all huge companies, it exists to make money for its employees and its shareholders and its owners, and the board. That's its job. Its job is to make money, and it does it very well. Now, the people who are on the ground, the everyday employees of Microsoft, by and large, are great people. The ones I worked with, at least, honestly, sincerely cared about Microsoft, about the Microsoft employees. They cared about, oh gosh, this is the wrong time to be going overland, but we're going to do it anyway. There was a genuine concern for building a quality product, a genuine concern for doing good work and stuff that would benefit our consumers. People say, oh, Microsoft's this big evil company that only cares about itself. And, for a lot of people, corporations have become dirty words. And I don't subscribe to that at all. I think that corporations provide a lot of good. And Microsoft is no exception. They provide a lot of good for their consumers. But naturally, they are self-interested. It's about making money for the shareholders. That's the ultimate reason for Microsoft to exist. And let's not fool ourselves about that. That is what they're there for. But like I said, my experience was that by and large, Microsoft employees had a genuine concern for the product and for their consumers. And you could argue about that if you'd like, but I've been there. I used to be one of them. Trust me. Microsoft employees are not evil trolls just out to suck life and money out of everybody. Now, does that extend to the board? Well, yes and no. Board members in any business have a duty, and their duty is to make money for the company. And as a result, they are going to do things that are in the company's interests. So again, I don't think that I don't think it's in Microsoft's self-interest to buy Minecraft, for that matter. So just rumors. I wouldn't be surprised if the rumors are false, because honestly, I don't know what Microsoft gains by owning Minecraft. Very little, particularly at the rumored $2 billion price tag. That's a hell of a lot of money. Okay, the last thing I want to say on this is some people have used the example of what happened to Rareware as a reason to despise the idea of Microsoft owning Mojang. Now, I have an interesting window into that, because I actually was working for Microsoft's game studio when Ed Fries, who was at the time the vice president in charge of the game studio, made that deal to buy Rare. And so for those of you that don't know, there was a company out of England called Rareware who gained fame and fortune making games for the Nintendo 64. And probably their biggest claim to fame is the game series Banjo-Kazooie. And Banjo-Kazooie was a huge runaway hit for Rare. It was a fantastic game. I played it. I loved it. A lot of people loved it. It was a great game. And based on the success of games like Banjo-Kazooie, Ed Fries, the VP at the time of Microsoft Game Studios, brokered a $1 billion deal to buy Rareware. Now, a lot of people are holding that up as an example of this is what happens when Microsoft buys a game company. Is they buy a company like Rare and then they run it into the ground and it never has another hit. Well, like I said, I was there when Ed brokered that deal. I wasn't in the room, but I was at the company when he brokered that deal, and we all thought he was absolutely bonkers to pay that much money for Rare. Because while we loved Rare's earlier titles, by the time of that deal, Rare had not had a hit in many years. They had run their course. And all of the people that made Rareware the fantastic company that it was, by and large had left the company. They weren't there anymore. So the idea that Microsoft bought Rareware and then ran it into the ground is ridiculous. If anything, Microsoft bought Rareware and gave it one last dying gasp with games such as Grab by the Ghoulies, and they did a reworking of Banjo-Kazooie, an Xbox version of a Banjo-Kazooie game and stuff like that. If anything, Microsoft breathed a little bit of new life into that company, because it had run its course by the time Microsoft bought it. So don't use that as an example of what can happen to a game company that is purchased by Microsoft, because that really don't you don't you assume that was Microsoft's fault. Microsoft is guilty of many things. There are many reasons not to like Microsoft, but that isn't one of them. That really was not Microsoft's fault, people. I was there. I know. Not Microsoft's fault. Yeah. Well, we're not finding an ocean monument, am I? And this is becoming very much a talky episode. And unfortunately, I'm kind of running out of time to record. Oh, man. Well, sorry if I bored the heck out of you guys. This is a bit of a talkie, I know. If you guys have questions, feel free to ask. You can ask me. There we go. I think I found an ocean monument. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. I am happy to listen to whatever questions you may have. I won't promise to answer them, but I will promise to answer anyone that I feel I can answer. And there we go. We found the ocean monument. All right, well, maybe I'll go and tackle that ocean monument and maybe give you a brief update. Well, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and end the episode here. I'm sorry if this seems a little boring, but I had a lot of stuff I wanted to get off my chest. So feel free to ask me any questions you want to ask. I'll be happy to answer whatever I can. And, oh gosh, get back here. Stupid boat. Yeah, I'll feel free to ask me whatever questions you want to ask, and I will answer whatever I feel I can answer. And we will talk to you all again next time, guys. Until then, bye-bye.